pagka-form ng organic molecules sa early Earth. So let us talk about the RNA world hypothesis. Alin ang nauna, ang RNA or ang DNA? Siyempre, from the title, nauna ang RNA. Okay, kasi nauna ang prokaryotes sa history ng life. So, nagkaroon ng evolution ng DNA nung na-enclose na sa isang membrane. So, what does the RNA world hypothesis state? So, according to this hypothesis, the RNA was probably the first genetic molecule. At ano ang reasons? Bakit ito yung first genetic molecule? So, unlike DNA, RNA can both store genetic information and catalyze chemical reactions. So, if naalala nyo, diba, ang instructions from the DNA ay ino-convert into mRNA na nakakapag-travel papunta sa ribosomes. But the RNA itself is instructions even before the existence of DNA. And kaya ng RNA na mag-synthesize ng other RNA molecules kasi may capability siya na mag-self-replicate. So, ganun siya kagaling. And then, paano na-form ang RNA? So, doon sa setup ni Miller and Urey, na-form yung organic molecules through the different gases, yung reaction ng existing na gases sa early Earth. And then, spontaneously, sa chemical reactions na nangyari, nag-link together yung RNA nucleotides and they assembled into chains. And because sa early Earth, hindi naman naka-form automatically na stable na RNA molecules. So, may ilan na hindi stable. So, there are some structures of RNA chains that are more stable than the others. RNA structures that are more stable are acted upon by natural selection and evolution. Anong ang sinasabi ng natural selection? Makapiyawan natin. Iba ito yung topic natin. I would just like to explain. Natural selection, what does it mean? Yes.
Natural selection states that those that can survive or adapt in an environment will thrive. And yung saying po na survival of the fittest, meaning those that are really capable of thriving in an environment will survive and continue to reproduce.
Yes, that's correct. So, merong pinili. Selected for, selected against. So, yung selected against, sila yung hindi na naka-adjust. Wala sila ng structures to survive in a particular environment or environmental pressures. Yung selected for, alam sila ng advantageous traits. And because of these structures or adaptations, sila ang nag-survive, and kapag nag-survive sila, they will leave more offspring and they will, sila they thrive. They left more offspring. Okay, so sa natural selection, ano yung nag-select? Ano yung nag-select?
The environment.
Nature. Yeah. Okay. So, balikan natin si RNA. So, sa early Earth, sa ocean, may mga chains of RNA. Some of them more stable than the others. At nag-replicate, nagsiself-replicate ito si RNA. So, syempre, yung gumamit, yung more stable na RNA structures. So, they replicated more efficiently, and sila ang mas nag-dominate. So, they became dominant in the oceans before. ang mga cells natin nagpo-produce ng proteins at saan nanggaling na instruction sa pag-produce ng protein sa DNA. Kapag insufficient ang product ng protein, nagkakaroon tayo ng disorders. Okay, so, yan. Napanit niyo ba? So, okay, so ito yung theory about sa paano nagkakaroon ng protocell. So ito yung hypothesis na, actually marami yung hypothesis nila kasi may mga maraming experiments or studies trying to prove how cells emerged from, how they are trying to connect the dots. Kung paano nag-emerge ang cell from non-life to life. So, kapag pinaghalo natin ang oil and ang water, nagkakaroon ng mga, hindi sila nag-mix, diba, nagkakaroon ng droplets. So, sa theory na to, sinasabi nila na sa oceans, before, meron daw ng tiny spheres of liquid. And this is the first stage in the origin of the cell. Ano yung lipids? So, sa early oceans, may mga lipids na form, much like yung pag-mix ng water and oil. And this is the protocell. So, sa modern sense, ano yung nire-represent nito na lipid? Ano yung nire-represent nitong lipid na in-enclose itong part na to? Itong liquid na to? Yes, that's correct. The cell membrane. Kasi primarily, what makes up cell membranes? Yan. Diba? Ano siya? Lipid bilayer. Lipid bilayer. Specifically, phospholipid bilayer. So, as time passed, itong mga coacervates, ito yung tawag doon sa spheres of lipid bubbles, eventually, they took up matter and energy. So, nagkuha sila, paano ang arrow yung represent? So, kumuha sila ng matter, ng mga particles, kuha sila ng energy sa environment, and then, along the way, nakuha din nila ang RNA, which is self-replicating. And nag-start ang life nung nakuha nila yung RNA. And then, nagkaroon ng ability itong lipid droplets to pass on those free droplets. Okay, so ito yung hindi sa akin masyado malinaw. Kaya nga mahirap i-prove na makaka-form ka ng... Kasi nalalang yung yung cases. Yung inaalagaan, yung elementary na, inaalagaan mo kasi mga anak daw na namin. So, ganun ang concept.
Ano na? Yung cases?
Na somewhere along the way, nag-engulf or kumuha ng matter energy and napasama yung RNA dito sa coacervates na to. So, yung mga coacervates na more stable...
Ay, Orbis! Cases ang tawag dito.
Evolution acted on them. So, mas nag-ano sila yung mas dumami and napasa nila yung capability to take in matter and energy and then, dito sa offspring droplets. And then, life began when they took up RNA. So, ito, kahit hindi maliwanag, kahit ako hindi ko alam kung paano yun nangyari. Pero, yeah. So, sabi dito, certain lipids form droplets with double-layered membranes, resembling the lipid bilayer of modern cell membrane. So, in early oceans, droplets that could absorb survived longer and became more common. So yung more stable, yung hindi nag-disintegrate, sila yung mas dumami. And when the RNA was entered these coacervates, life began. Kasi nagkaroon na ng instructions ang RNA. Somehow, nagkaroon na ng means itong coacervates na mag-synthesize ng proteins from the RNA. Okay? So, life began with self-replicating RNA allowed this energy to survive, and then DNA likely evolved later. So, kailan nag-emerge ang DNA? Nung nagkaroon na nung nag-emerge na ang isang uri ng cell na enclosed ang genetic material in a membrane. Okay? And ano yung advantage ng DNA over RNA? Ano yung advantage? Mas protected yung meron ng house na genetic material. Okay, so yan po yung coacervates. Just imagine nyo na lang oil and oil on water. Okay. So you could try reading about other experiments, other theories about how life formed, how scientists try to explain the emergence of protocells. Kasi marami pa, hindi lang ito na theory about coacervates. And then, maybe one day kayo makapaggawa ng setup para mag-prove ang emergence ng protocell. Okay, so kahapon wala ko masyadong na-present na picture kasi nakurap ang aking presentation. Okay, so presentation tayo. Kailan ang explosion of life? So, mag-emphasize lang ako ng important key points para nasa isang tayo page about events. Explosion of life, yes, Caleb? Okay, sa Cambrian period. Okay, kailan ang emergence ng first land plants? Yes, Cassandra. Ordovician. Sure. Cheska. Silurian period. Okay, next. Kailan ang age of fishes? Yes, Carlo. Okay, katalan na kayo. Baka pala na natin ito. Okay, first, gymnosperms. Non-flowering plants. Angelique. Ano ba? Jurassic? Triassic. First, gymnosperms. First, yung Iran, sige yung age of gymnosperms. Friends. Irens. Jurassic. Okay, John Alex. Okay. Tama ba? Yan ang nakalagay sa notes nyo?
Wala, mali.
Okay. Okay. And then, ang largest mass extinction? Okay, Permian. Wait lang, first, gymnosperms. Ang age of gymnosperms kailan? Okay. Sige. Okay. Sa Mesozoic, age of reptiles. Age of reptiles. Ay buong Mesozoic period. Kailan lumaki yung dinosaurs? Yung pinakamataas na population nila.
Jurassic.
Cretaceous? Tama, Cretaceous. And then sa Cretaceous, naging extinct ang dinosaurs. Okay, Triassic, each appearance ng flowering plants, tama ba yung nasa notes ninyo? Sa Cretaceous. Okay, appearance nila. And then we talked about the K-to-T boundary. So, ito yung picture. Ay, hindi naman luwas. K-to-T boundary. So again, the K-to-T boundary is evidence of the extinction of dinosaurs brought about by the meteorite impact. Okay, so from that boundary. So tinawag siyang K-to-T boundary kasi ito, it stands for Cretaceous, pero German na translation, and then T stands for tertiary, which is the old term for the Paleogene. Kasi yung bagong term na is Paleogene. Sa ibang reference, ang tertiary, ano siya, Paleogene, Neogene, and then meron pa ng quaternary. So, sineparate nila yung appearance ng modern humans. Pero, yung pinagkunan ko na po, Paleogene and Neogene. So, doon lang tayo mag-focus para, walang masyadong confusion. So, yung lower part that represents the layer from the Cretaceous period of the Mesozoic era. And then itong white na line, yan po ay iridium layer. And rare po ang iridium, as I mentioned yesterday, matatagpuan lang yan sa meteorites. And ang Paleocene, yun na ang from the, bakit Paleocene? Ito yung pangalan ng epoch. Kasi ito Paleogene po ito, ha? Ito yung first period. Kasi kung maghanap, titignan ninyo yung geologic time scale, meron pa ng mga epochs. So, yeah. Yung Paleocene, related siya sa Paleogene. Ang Paleogene ang period. Okay? So, ito na yung sa Cenozoic era. Okay, so ito lumabas yung picture. Okay, so sa Cenozoic era, so I would just like to highlight yung role ng continental drift and plate tectonics. So napag-usapan na natin ang continental drift. Okay, ano yung connection ng plate tectonics theory sa continental drift?
Let's plate tectonics.
Ano yung connection ng continental drift sa plate tectonics? Continental drift theory na na-mention si Pangaea. How about plate tectonics? Anyone? Yes, recall.
Pero, sa continent or continental plate, parang on-top siya po ng seated. Tapos, part po ng plate tectonics, yung boundaries, like boundaries.
Plates, tectonic plates, and
Yung kasama po dun yung boundaries, like boundaries, converted, divergent, and transform. Tapos, sa divergent po, yung
Okay.
Doon natin makikita yung mga major boundaries na kung saan yung divergence boundaries yung mga major. So, habang matagal yung life sa Earth, mas yung boundaries is connected po sa plate. So, maybe we can say kung sa ngayon, we are still malayo pa ng tayo sa long continents, pero at the very small.
So, in other words, connected si continental drift at ang plate tectonics kasi ang explanation for why continental drift could have happened is plate tectonics. So, sa plate tectonics, sinabi niya na, yun nga, sinabi ni Ms. Joaquin kanina that the different continents, they float on seabed yung sinabi niya, pero yung tectonic plates, iba-iba, the different continents, they are on tectonic plates and they float on molten rock layer. Ano tawag natin sa molten rock layer? Ngayon. Yan, stratosphere. And then, paano kaya naka-influence ang continental drift's evolution? And, yes, Kenny.
So since po sa continental drift, other or several places po, they spread around our globe. And in our globe, there are different temperatures and syempre po ma'am, the evolution of organisms are due to climate change as well as the location kung saan po sila mararating. And from there po, organisms, they need to adapt in that specific environment in which iba na nga yung in some places, let's say, in the northern hemisphere po, very cold climate, whereas dito naman po near the equator, places here near the equator, very temperate or tropical or hot climate po. And so that pushes organisms to evolve, adapt in our environment, and then, ayun na po, reproduce and yes.
So organisms which cannot adapt to the changes in the environment, they perish. While those that possess the adaptations, they survive. So, the movement of the continent shaped biodiversity kasi, yun na, along with the movement of the continents is the change in the environments. At kapag may change in environment, meron ng change in climate, and then may isolation na nangyari. So, ang ibang organisms hindi nakaka-adapt. And na-mention na kanina yung iba't-ibang movement ng plate tectonics, how it happened. So, meron ng movement na subduction. So, this is what along the convergent boundary. Nakikita niyo ba? And then the sliding. Ano ba yan?
Transform.
Transform from, okay yun, sa hindi ko na yun alam. And then the spreading the divergent boundary. And then the evidence for continental drift is the distribution of the fossils. Okay. So meron ng mga fossils na common sa Africa, South America, Africa, and Antarctica, India, okay, Australia, Antarctica, and South America. Okay, so just proves na nag-exist itong mga organisms na to near each other in the early years of the Earth. And then, na-mention ko kanina yung isolation ng mga organisms. Reproductive isolation, so it led to speciation. Oh, bakit kaya meron tayong iba't-ibang birds? Iba't-ibang species of birds. Kahit na magkakaano sila, magkakapareho ng itsura, bakit classify sila as different species? So, i-discuss natin yan sa susunod na lesson. Okay, summary. Please read.
Life has evolved in stages, with different organisms dominating during different time periods.
Okay, so for the quiz, sa ulogin niya hayop, iba't ibang important events. Okay?
Huh?
Kasama po kami yung fossils or diretso po sila.
Di ba nag-quiz na tayo sa fossils?
Ay, ito na Hawaii? Yun na yun? Wait, yung sa Hawaii, yun na. Uy.
Okay, so dito na tayo sa medyo interesting na part. Ayun po pag-usapan natin ang history kasi talagang kailangan nyo dyan mag-memorize. Okay, so this is the introduction to evolution. So I know na-encounter nyo na yung word na evolution nung kayo ay nasa junior high school. So how do you understand evolution and what does it really mean in biological terms? Okay, so at the end of this lesson, we have to enumerate, explain how evolution is defined in genetic terms. So ang definition natin ng evolution is genetic terms. And then enumerate the different sources of genetic variation. Bakit important ang genetic variation? Because yan ang ingredient ng evolution. And identify what determines the number of phenotypes for a baby. Okay, first question. Based from your early encounters sa concept na yan, what do we mean by evolution? Yes. James.
Evolution for me now is the process by which organisms change over time.
Organisms change over time.
Okay. Tama ba?
Tama ka man, James?
Organisms. So, ibig sabihin, kapag may napanganak na halimbawa sa isang population ng insects, colored na, pag may pinanganak na brown, evolution na yun. Kasi out of nowhere, biglang nagkaroon ng naiiba, mga pintas, so everybody is like an evolution. And change of organisms over time. So, try again. Yes, Prince Millar.
It's the different adaptations that a certain species or organism develop for the environment. So, hindi lang yan yung parang change na or parang sa physical form, may possible na change na sa internal.
Yes, I agree with you. Kapag sinabi natin na adaptation, hindi lang siya physical, even behavioral na traits, di ba? Pero, evolution is different from fitness. Di ba? Kasi sabi natin fit ang isang organism kapag meron siyang traits na advantageous for that organism to survive in a particular habitat. High fitness, sila yung mas madami. Low fitness, mag-perish sila. Another idea about evolution. Yes, Lance.
I think evolution is how the early ancestors evolved by their physical appearance over time, and because of the environmental
That's correct.
they
So, nag-change ang ancestors natin.
I think very traits pass.
Oo nga, pero di ba na-mention mo how the ancestors changed in different environmental pressures? Evolution is change. Change ng, yes, can speak. Yun lang din. Social na term sa sinabi niya na descent with modification. So, meron ng evidence na yung current, yung extant, yung existing na species ngayon, we share similarities with extinct, yung mga hindi na around na mga organisms. Bakit meron tayo ng difference? Kasi nga, meron tayong in-undergo na process ng evolution, descent with modification. We are descendants of ancestors, but ano pinagkaiba natin? We have modification, may changes tayo, but we are have similarities. Ano ba? Bakit ang lalalim ninyo mag-isip? Akala ko basic lang. Basic lang na definition. Sabi ng classmate yung kanina, change ng organisms. So pag may pinanganak na bago, evolution na yun. Nag-start na evolution doon sa insects na yun. Yes, try again. Renz. That's correct. Result ng natural selection. Kasi hindi po synonyms ang evolution at natural selection. Natural selection is the means how evolution happened. Isa lang sa mga explanation how it happened. But what is evolution? Yes. Adrian.
Opo. Yes. To add to what James said po, evolution is the change of species over time through inherited characteristics po.
Okay, yun na. Species change or species over time. Hindi organisms. Okay? Change of species or change of populations over time. Hindi po organism, but a group of organisms occupying of the same kind, occupying a particular place and time. Okay? So yun ang evolution. Okay, so this is change over time. Sino nag-change? Species. Sila ang magkakapareho ang uri. Kahit na ano ba yung determining factor? What separates the species from each other? Ano ba yung definition natin ng species? Aside sa they are of the same kind, they occupy the same place, ano pa yung distinguishing factor nila? Does anyone know? Ano ang distinguishing nila? They can interbreed and produce fertile offspring. Ibig sabihin, dapat they mate. And not just mate na compatible yung parts nila, they need to produce offspring that is fertile. Meaning, makakaproduce ng next generation. Kasi sa susunod natin na lesson, mag-discuss natin yung iba't ibang uri ng isolation mechanisms. At makikita ninyo doon na may mga animals, specifically birds, na magkakapareho lang yung yung itsura, pero because they cannot distinguish each other, hindi nila na-recognize yung mating call. Hindi sila makikipag-mate doon. At kapag hindi na nag-mate, separate na species. Kasi hindi na sila produce ng fertile offspring. And this is how living things develop new traits. Okay, so from that illustration, okay, paano kaya dumami yung, kasi diba, dito sa illustration, yung population natin brown beetles. Pero over time, itong same population na to, naging dominant ang green na beetle. Ano kaya nangyari? Yes, Jared, what would be the reason? Okay. Combination of alleles. So, ibig sabihin, nag-meet sila, and then, yung kinanak nila sabay-sabay naging green. Paano kaya magta-transform ang population ng brown? Ano mga possible explanation? Yes, Caleb.
Siguro dahil sa reproduce po ng mga brown, na isang baby po na siguro. Tapos, nakipag-reproduce po sa
Ano yun? Isang baby na nakipag-reproduce? Ano yun? Ano?
offspring po.
Muscle.
Not really. Pero pag yung mutation na yun, di ba ano siya, recessive. Kasi nga ano, mutation, di ba? O, tama yun, sa sinabi mo, nandun ka na sa basic. Sa population ng beetles, may na-form na meron silang naitlog na may mutation na green. Ano kaya ang nag-cause para dumami yung green? Nagkaroon ng interaction yung green tapos yung brown and then nag-iglog ng green. Pero mas madami pa rin yung brown kasi yun ang dominant, iisa lang siya ng pinpan, di ba? Ano kaya ang dahilan? O, mag-isipan niyo yan. May 4 minutes pa para mag-isipan niyo yan. Ano kaya possible? Can speak. Environmental pressure. Ano yung environmental pressure? Nasa puno sila. Tapos, ano yung nag-select sa kanila? Anong force?
Yung puno po.
Yes, ano, Zoe.
Ano daw ba? Sinasabi ko nasa puno, sa may dahon. May chlorophyll.
May chlorophyll. Nasa part sila, di ba? So, nalalagay pa rin yung brown.
Pag nahulog po yung dahon.
Ano kaya possible? Anong force ang pwede nag-select dito para dumami yung green beetles?
Hindi kasi predator siya, colorblind kaya. Tapos ayaw nila sa green. Does that work?
Ano, hindi ako, ano yan, yes, ano, green. Oo nga, natural selection. Oh, tama yun. Because of natural selection. Pero, syempre, paano mo na napili yung green? At bakit siya dumami? Ano kaya yung possible Marie, Paula?
Maybe the predator. Tama mo. Pwede.
Okay.
Kasi colorblind.
So, predator. So, may nangyari doon sa puno. Bakit na-expose ang mga brown beetles? Okay. And then, nakain sila ng predators. So, dumami yung brown at dumami yung green na beetle. So, yun ang, yun ang evidence ng evolution. Yung original population ng brown ay nag-change to green na hindi nababawasan. So, sa process na evolution, may mababawas talaga. Pero eventually, yung maninirahan na doon sa puno, green na na beetle. So, yan, dumami. So, yun na. That's how evolution happens. The change of the populations over time. Tapos kapag malakihan na evolution, yan, it involves other species. Okay? It involves the change of the whole species. Hindi lang yung nasa